Hello, tech enthusiasts, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that affects every single one of us, yet is so widely misunderstood. What really happens when you hit that delete button? You might think you're zapping a file out of existence forever, but the digital world has a few secrets up its sleeve. The truth is, deleting a file is rarely an act of immediate destruction. It's more like playing a clever game of hide and seek with your data. So stick around as we unravel the illusion of erasure and reveal what your computer is actually doing behind the scenes. Let's start with the core concept. When you select a file and press delete, you're not instantly vaporizing it. Instead, you're essentially telling your operating system, hey, you can ignore this file for now. The system then removes the pointer, or the index, that directs it to where that data is stored on your hard drive or SSD. Think of it like removing a book's entry from a library's card catalog. The book is still physically on the shelf, but without the card, it's officially lost to the system and much harder to find. The actual data, the ones and zeros that make up your photo, document, or video, remains intact in its original location, just waiting. So, if the data is still there, what's the catch? The catch is that the space it occupies is now marked as available. This means the next time you save a new file, download a movie, or install a program, the operating system is free to write new data directly over the old, deleted data. This is the point of no return. Once it's overwritten, the original information is truly gone, or at least incredibly difficult to recover. This is why data recovery software can sometimes work miracles. If you act quickly after an accidental deletion, these tools can scan the drive for data that hasn't been indexed and piece it back together before it gets overwritten. To make this even clearer, let's use an analogy. Imagine your computer storage is a massive, bustling logistics warehouse. Every file is a package stored on a specific shelf. The operating system is the warehouse manager holding a master manifest or an inventory list that tracks where every single package is located. Now, when you delete a file, it's just like the warehouse manager simply takes a pen and strikes that item's entry off the manifest. They cross out, Package 123 is on shelf 4, aisle B. Does this action make the package vanish from the shelf? Of course not. The physical box is still sitting right there. But according to the official records, that space is now empty and available. The manager can now tell a forklift driver, go ahead and put this new shipment of boxes on shelf 4, aisle B. The old package will get pushed aside, crushed, or simply buried under the new ones. It's effectively gone once its space is reused. So what about the recycle bin or the trash can? This is a brilliant feature that adds another layer to our analogy. Think of the recycle bin as a designated pending destruction zone or a temporary holding bay within our warehouse. When you perform a standard delete, you're not striking the item off the main manifest, just yet. Instead, you're moving the package from its regular shelf to this special holding area. The warehouse manager notes, Package 123 is no longer in general inventory. It's now in the holding bay. While it's in this bay, the package is safe. You can easily walk over, retrieve it, and tell the manager to put it back on its original shelf. This is the restore function. The file is returned to its rightful place. Its entry is re-added to the main manifest, and everything is back to normal. However, when you empty the recycle bin, you're giving the final command. It's like telling the warehouse manager, okay, everything in that holding bay, cross it all off the master list for good. That space is now officially free for new inventory. Again, the packages don't instantly vaporize, but their space is now marked as available to be overwritten at any moment. This brings us to a more drastic action, formatting a drive. What does that mean in our warehouse analogy? Formatting is the equivalent of the warehouse owner deciding to completely reset the entire operation. It's not about just crossing off a few items, it's about throwing out the entire manifest. The manager essentially declares, forget everything we had stored. The entire warehouse, every single shelf, is now considered empty and ready for a completely new inventory system. A quick format is like just tossing the manifest and assuming all the shelves are empty. The old packages might still be physically sitting there, which is why some advanced recovery tools can still salvage data from a quick formatted drive. However, a full format goes a step further. In addition to throwing out the manifest, it sends workers to every single shelf to either clear it off or write zeros over whatever was there. This is a much more secure way of wiping the slate clean, making it far more difficult for anyone to figure out what used to be stored in the warehouse. It's a total reset. So to recap, Deleting a file just hides it from the operating system. Emptying the recycle bin confirms you want that space to be reusable. And formatting is the big reset button for the entire storage space. Understanding this is not just a cool piece of tech trivia. It has real-world implications for data security and recovery. It's why you shouldn't just delete sensitive files before selling an old computer. You need to securely wipe the drive to ensure your data isn't recoverable by the next owner. Now, this discussion about files and storage sets up a really interesting question for our next episode. We know that the programs and apps we use every day are, at their core, just collections of files. So what exactly is happening when we install a program? It's not just a simple copy-paste. The process is a complex dance of creating folders, modifying system registries, and linking various components together so they can all work in harmony. We will break down the magic of software installation and demystify what's really going on when you click that setup.exe file. Thank you so much for joining me today to explore the hidden life of deleted files. I hope this cleared up some common misconceptions for you. If you found this video helpful and want to keep learning about the technology that powers our world, please hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next deep dive. See you in the next one.